Fear not is not the word of the unafraid. It is the word spoken directly to the scared. It is the most repeated of the heavens' phrases, because the God who said it knew how much we cared. I have woken to the morning with the anxious, the weight arriving faster than the light. But fear not was already at the table, the same word that is comfort every night. Fear not. The piano holds the space before the trembling. Fear not is God's first answer to the heart assembling. Every worry, every spiral, every sleepless, into something yet the morning cannot hold. Fear not is the oldest and the truest thing he told. There is a difference between the fear not of the easy and the fear not spoken into actual dread. For the God who said, fear not to all the frightened, said it standing in the middle of their bed. Fear not is what the angel said to Mary, what was said to Joseph in the night. It is the shepherd's word, and it is Abraham's commission, the consistent and the faithful of the light. Every time the fear arrives before the morning, every time anxiety precedes the day, fear not becomes the first word at the table, the declaration before anything I say. Fear not, the paths are wide enough to hold the shaking. Fear not is God's response to everything I'm making out of the unknown and the uncontrolled around me. The word that cuts through every anxious cloud. Fear not is the softest and the strongest of the loud. I have tried to fear not through the self-convincing. I have tried to talk myself out of the dread, but the fear not of the scripture is a person. It is the living presence of the said. Fear not is not a feeling to be manufactured. It is not the confidence I build alone. It is the gift of the God who walks beside me, said, I have got you. Sound of the courageous, let the paths become the presence of the brave. For the fear that spoken in the early morning is the word that everything inside me Anxious no more is not the sudden and the finished. It is not the anxiety that vanished overnight. It is the gradual and faithful and the daily, choosing what is true above the anxious light. I have carried anxious like the second shadow, always just behind me in the room. But the fear not of the morning started something, a small displacement of the anxious gloom. Anxious no more, the bass is walking steady past the worry. Anxious no more is leaving all the spiral and the hurry behind at the table where the grace has spoken, and the grace has said a better word than fear. Anxious no more is the direction I am heading from right here. There is a practice to the anxious no more living. It is not the one-time victory and the done. It is the Philippians 4 of every morning, bringing everything to God before begun. Anxious no more means naming what is anxious, not suppressing and not spiritually bypassed. It means bringing the exact and specific worry to the God who holds the future and the past. Every anxious thought I bring before the coffee, every spiral that I interrupt with prayer, has been one more step toward the anxious no more. One more proof that God is always there. Anxious no more, the brass drums keep the rhythm of the free. Anxious no more is what the fear not was always meant to be in practice and in motion and in daily, choosing trust above the feeling of the dread. Anxious no more is every fearful thought replaced instead. I have medicated and I have distracted. I have scrolled the anxious into something worse, but the anxious no more, rooted in the present of the God who breaks the anxious cycle curse. Anxious no more is not the stoic and the detached. It is not the spiritual suppression of the real. It is the full acknowledgement of every anxious, brought to God with the permission just to feel. Let the bass keep walking past the worry. Let the brush drums be the rhythm of relief. For the anxious no more, the grace established is the most sustainable. This is coffee with the God who holds the anxious. This is sitting with the one who bears the weight. The fear not of the first track found a practice, and the practice leads to anxious no more state. For the anxious is not sinful shield of faith, shield of faith, shield of faith, shield of faith, shield of faith. Shield of faith is not the passive and the waiting. It is not the faith that sits beside the fear. It is the faith that stands between the anxious and the arrows that were aimed to find me here. I have known the faith of the receiving and the resting, the faith of the devotional and still. But the shield of faith is faith in active motion, the most intentional expression of the will. Shield of faith, the base is walking forward, not retreating. Shield of faith is where the fear not finds its completing. For the fear not was the word, and the anxious no more was the practice of releasing at the door. Shield of faith is picking up a faith and asking more. There is a warfare that the peaceful must acknowledge. There is a battle for the territory of the mind, and the shield of faith is not the aggressor. It is the most protective of the fine. Shield of faith is Ephesians 6 embodied, the full armor of the God who goes before. It is above all taken up the faithful, with which to quench the fiery of the more. Every anxious arrow aimed at morning, every dart of doubt released into the day, has met the shield of faith before it landed, and the shield has always held the fear at bay. Shield of faith, the brushstrokes are the confidence of standing. Shield of faith is every courageous am commanded, taking up of what the God of armies issued before the battle of the ordinary day. Shield of faith is how the faithful learn to hold their way. I have dropped the shield inside the busy. I have left it at the table and I rushed, but the shield of faith retrieved inside the boarding is the difference between standing and being crashed. Shield of faith connects the fear not to the courage. It is the bridge between receiving and the done. It is the faith applied between the declaration and the brave. Because of you, that is to come. So I pick it up again beside the table, and I let the groove remind me it is real. For the shield of faith that arms the graceless established is the most complete protection I can feel. Sealed on faith, the base walked forward every single bar. Shield of faith is knowing who you are and whose you are. The brush drums and the piano and the texture of the Lofi and the sacred intertwine. Perfect love casts out is not a formula for fixing. It is not the technique of the unafraid. It is the flooding of the love of God so fully that the fear has nowhere left to find its shade. I have tried to cast the fear out by the willing. I have tried to faith my way through every dread. But the perfect love that casts the fear completely is not something that I manufacture in my head. Perfect love casts out. The piano holds what only love can carry. Perfect love casts out is where the fearful find their sanctuary. Not in the absence of the thing that frightened, but in the overwhelming of the greater here. Perfect love casts out is the most complete displacement of the fear. There is a love that is not moved by what is frightening, a love that does not flinch at what I bring. For the perfect love of God is not conditional on the quieting of my anxious everything. Perfect love casts out is 1 John 4:18. The fear has to do with punishment, it said, and no one who is made perfect in the loving finds that punishment has nowhere left to tread. Every fear I carry has a root of punishment, a deep believing that the worst is what I earn. But the perfect love that God has poured at the table is the love that has no punishment to turn. Perfect love casts out the past sustain what fear could never hold. Perfect love casts out is the deepest of the stories ever told, not in volumes but in quiet morning meetings, where the love of God displays the anxious mind. Perfect love casts out is leading every fearful thing behind. I have feared the future, and I have feared the failing. I have feared the thing that I cannot control. But the perfect love that meets me in the morning is the love that speaks directly to the soul. Perfect love love casts out does not erase the question. It does not promise easy or the known. It promises the love that stays inside the question, so that no one ever fears the dark alone. Let the piano say the unsighable slowly. Let the paths become the atmosphere of love. For the perfect love that casts the fear completely is the thing this whole album was always made of. This is the center of the Faith over Fear album. This is where the fear not finds its deepest root. For the fear not was the word spoken to the frightened, but the perfect love is what brave because of you is not the self-made courage. It is not the confidence I manufactured here. It is the bravery that only love produces, the direct result of perfect love casting fear. I have tried the brave that came from my own resources. I have pushed through by the willpower and the grit. But the brave because of you outlasts the self-made. It is the only kind of brave that does not quit. Brave because of you. The bass is walking where the fear would not. Brave because of you is every step the perfect love has bought. For the love that casts the fear creates the courage, not as a reward, but as a natural release. Brave because of you is fear cast out and bravery increased. There is a bravery inside the loved and knowing that the unassured and uncertain cannot find. For the one who knows the perfect love has flooded has a different kind of brave inside the mind. Brave because of you means stepping into morning with the confidence of one who has been held. It means the fear has met the love that conquered, and the conquering is what the brave has spelled. Every morning that the fear arrived before me, every day the dread preceded the alarm. Brave because of you is now the new arrival, the courage that replaced the old alarm. Brave because of you, the brush drums keep the rhythm of the free. Brave because of you is what the perfect love was meant to be. In practice and in motion and in going into every place the fear once occupied. Brave because of you is walking where the fearful used to hide. hide. I have stood inside the brave because of you now. I have felt the difference of the love produced. For the brave that comes from perfect love residing is the brave that cannot easily be loosed. Brave because of you is not the loud and the boasting. It is not the confidence that needs the crowd. It is the quiet and the certain and the settled, the bravery that does not need to be loud. Had the saxophone built toward the declaring, let the bass remind the feet of what is sure. For the brave, because of you, that love established is the most sustainable of all the cure. Brave because of you, the saxophone has finally found its place. Brave because of you is living loved inside the fearless space. The bass, the drums, the melody, the breathing of a sax that carried everything I knew. This is not the beginning of the courage. This is the testimony of the arrived. No longer afraid. Say it slowly. No longer afraid. Not because the world changed, because the love did its work. No longer afraid. No longer afraid is not the proud announcement of the one who overcame by strength alone. It is the quiet and the grateful and a witnessed testimony of the love that brought me home. I have lived inside the afraid for long enough seasons to know the weight of what this moment means. No longer afraid is not the small and the incidental. It is the most significant of all the in-betweens. No longer afraid. The saxophone is saying what the years have held. No longer afraid is every fearful story finally retold. Not with the fear as the conclusion and the ending, but with the love of God is where it lands. No longer afraid is the testimony written by His hands. There is a freedom on the other side of fearing that the one still in the middle cannot see. But the no longer afraid is not the distant. It is available to everyone, including me. No longer afraid does not mean never trembling. It does not mean the heart has lost its way. It means the trembling does not get to be the driver. The fear no longer sits beside the gate. Every year I spent inside the gripple anxious. Every season that the fear dictated turns has been redeemed inside the no longer afraid. The love of God undoing every word, no longer afraid. The sax is singing what the soul has stored, no longer afraid. Is the most unexpected gift I've been restored to the version of myself before the fearful settled in and made itself at home. No longer afraid is who I was before the fear and now the no. This morning with the testimony of the one who found the fear and lost its grip. For the no longer afraid is not the destination only. It is every single day we trip. No longer afraid is where the fear not landing, where the anxious no more finally became true, where the shield of faith and perfect love together produced the brave because and brought it through. Let the search of Mars declare the full arrival. Let it say tracks built toward here, for the no longer afraid deserves the fullest express. Fear not is not the word of the unafraid. It is the word spoken directly to the scared. It is the most repeated of the heavens' phrases, because the God who said it knew how much we cared. I have woken to the morning with the anxious, the weight arriving faster than the light. But fear not was already at the table, the same word that has conquered every night. Fear not. The piano holds the space before the trembling. Fear not is God's first answer to the heart assembling. Every worry, every spiral, every sleepless into something that the morning cannot hold. Fear not is the oldest and the truest thing he told. There is a difference between the fear not of the easy and the fear not spoken into actual dread. For the God who said fear not to all the frightened said it standing in the middle of their dead. Fear not is what the angel said to Mary, what was said to Joseph in the night. It is the shepherd's word and it is Abraham's commission, the consistent and the faithful of the light. Every time the fear arrives before the morning precedes the day. Fear not becomes the first word at the table, the declaration before anything I say. Fear not, the paths are wide enough to hold the shaking. Fear not is God's response to everything I'm making. All of the unknown and the uncontrolled around me, the word that cuts through every anxious cloud. Fear not is the softest and the strongest of the Lord. I have tried to fear not through the self-convincing. I have tried to talk myself out of the dread, but the fear not of the scripture is a curse, and it is the living presence of the said. Fear not is not a feeling to be manufactured. It is not the confidence I build alone. It is the gift of the God who walks beside me, saying, I have got you and I'm always known. Let the piano play the sound of the courageous. Let the pads become the presence of the brave. For the fear not spoken in the early morning is the word that everything inside me craved. Fear not, the most repeated promise of the faithful. Fear not is how the trembling find the table. The piano and the pads are just the holding of the space where God's own word begins to land. Fear not is the first word of this album and his hand.
Fear not. He said it first. He always says it first.
Fear not.
This is how old fire begins,
Fear
with the oldest word of courage ever spoken.
Fear not.
Fear not.
Anxious no more is not the sudden and the finished. It is not the anxiety that vanished overnight. It is the gradual and faithful and the daily, choosing what is true above the anxious light. I have carried anxious like a second shadow, always just behind me in the room. But the fear not of the morning started something, the small displacement of the anxious gloom. Anxious no more, the bass is walking steady past the worry. Anxious no more is leaving all the spiral and the hurry. Behind at the table where the grace has spoken, and the grace has said a better word than fear. Anxious no more is the direction I am heading from right here. There is a practice to the anxious no more living. It is not the one-time victory in the done. It is the Philippians 4 of every morning, bringing everything to God before begun. Anxious no more means naming what is anxious, not suppressing and not spiritually bypassed. It means bringing the exact and specific worry to the God who holds the future and the past. Every anxious thought I bring before the coffee, every spiral that I interrupt with prayer, has been one more step toward the anxious no more. One more proof that God is always there. Anxious no more, the brass drums keep the rhythm of the free. Anxious no more is what the fear not was always meant to be. In practice and in motion and in daily, choosing trust above the feeling, never the dread. Anxious no more is every fearful thought replaced instead. I have medicated and I have distracted. I have scrolled the anxious into something worse, but the anxious no more, rooted in the present of the God who breaks the anxious cycle curse. Anxious no more is not the stoic and the detached. It is not the spiritual suppression of the real. It is the full acknowledgement of every anxious, brought to God with the permission just to feel. Let the bass keep walking past the worried. Let the brass drums be the rhythm of relief. For the anxious no more of the grace established is the most sustainable of all I'm moving to. Anxious no more, the bass walked every worried step beside. Anxious no more is what the fear not opened up inside. The Lofi and the sacred and the sketty of the groove that holds the anxious at the door. Anxious no more is not.
Shield of faith, shield of faith, shield of faith, shield of faith.
Shield of faith. Shield of faith is not the passive and the waiting. It is not the faith it sits beside the fear. It is the faith that stands between the anxious and the arrows that were aimed to find me here. I have known the faith of the receiving and the resting, the faith of the devotional and still. But the shield of faith is faith in active motion, the most intentional expression of the will. Shield of faith, the base is walking forward, not retreating. Shield of faith is where the fear not finds its completing. For the fear not was the word, and the anxious no more was the practice of releasing at the door. Shield of faith is picking up the faith and asking more. There is a warfare that the peaceful must acknowledge. There is a battle for the territory of the mind, and the shield of faith is not the aggressive, it is the most protective of the fine. Shield of faith is Ephesians 6 embodied, the full armor of the God who goes before. It is above all taking up the faithful, with which to quench the fury of the more. Every anxious arrow aimed at morning, every dart of doubt released into the day, has met the shield of faith before it landed, and the shield has always held the fear at bay. Shield of faith, the brushed drums are the confidence of standing. Shield of faith is every courageous and commanded taking up of what the God of armies issued before the battle of the ordinary day. Shield of faith is how the faithful learn to hold their way. I have dropped the shield inside the busy, I have left it at the table when I rush, but the shield of faith retrieved inside the morning is the difference between stabbing and being crushed. Shield of faith is not the arrogance of the certain, it is not the proud and the untouchable and tall. It is the humble and the daily and the desperate, picking up the only thing that covers all. Let the piano play the sound of the decided, let the brass drums hold the posture of the brave. For the shield of faith picked up before the leaving is the most important thing the morning gave. This is coffee with the God of every battle. This is sitting with the one who arms the weak, the fear that gave the word and free. Be anxious, and the shield of faith is what they both perfect love casts out is not a formula for fixing. It is not the technique of the unafraid. It is the flooding of the love of God so fully that the fear has nowhere left to find its shade. I have tried to cast the fear out by the willing. I have tried to faith my way through every dread. But the perfect love that casts the fear completely is not something that I manufacture in my head. Ooh, perfect love casts out. The piano holds what only love can carry. Perfect love casts out is where the fearful find their sanctuary. Not in the absence of the thing that frightened, but in the overwhelming of the greater here. Perfect love casts out is the most complete displacement of the fear. There is a love that is not moved by what is frightening, a love that does not flinch at what I bring. For the perfect love of God is not conditional. The quieting of my anxious everything. Perfect love cast out is 1 John 4:18. The fear has to do with punishment itself, and the one who is made perfect in the loving finds the punishment has nowhere left to tread. Every fear I carry has a root of punishment, a deep believing that the worst is what I earn. But the perfect love that God has poured at the table is the love that has no punishment to turn. Perfect love casts out, to pat sustain what fear could never hold. Perfect love cast out is the deepest of the stories ever told, not in volumes but in quiet morning meetings, where the love of God displays the anxious mind. Perfect love cast out is leaving every fearful thing behind. I have feared the future and I have feared the failing. I have feared the thing that I cannot control. But the perfect love that meets me in the morning is the love that speaks directly to the soul. Perfect love cast out does not erase the question, that does not promise easy or to know. It promises the love that casts the fears into question, so that no one ever fears the dark alone. Let the piano say the unsighable slowly. Brave because of you is not the self-made courage. It is not the confidence I manufactured here. It is the bravery that only love produces, the direct result of perfect love casting fear. I have tried the brave that came from my own resources. I have pushed through by the willpower and the grit. But the brave because of you outlasts the self-made. It is the only kind of brave that does not quit. Brave because of you. The bass is walking where the fear would not. Brave because of you is every step the perfect love has bought. For the love that casts the fear creates the courage, not as a reward, but as a natural release. Brave because of you is fear cast out and bravery increased. There is a bravery inside the loved and knowing that the unassured and uncertain cannot find. For the one who knows the perfect love has flooded, has a different kind of brave inside the mind. Brave because of you means stepping into morning with the confidence of one who has been held. It means the fear has met the love that conquered, and the conquering is what the brave has spelled. Every morning doth the fear arrive before me. Every day the dread preceded the alarm. Brave because of you is now the new arrival, the courage that replaced the old alarm. Brave because of you, the brush straws keep the rhythm of the free. Brave because of you is what the perfect love was meant to be. In practice and in motion and in going into every place the fear once occupied. Brave because of you is walking where the fearful used to hide. I have stood inside the brave because of you now. I have felt the difference of the love produced. For the brave that comes from perfect love residing is the brave that cannot easily be used. Brave because of you is not the loud and the boasting. It is not the confidence that needs the crowd. It is the quiet and the certain and the settled, the bravery that does not need to be loud. Let the saxophone big door the deck clings. Let the bass remind the afraid is not the proud announcement of the one who overcame by strength alone. It is the quiet and the grateful and the witnessed testimony of the love that brought me home. I have lived inside the afraid for long enough seasons to know the weight of what this moment means. No longer afraid is not the small and the incidental. It is the most significant of all the in-betweens. No longer afraid. The saxophone is saying what the years have held. No longer afraid is every fearful story finally retold. Not with the fear as the conclusion and the ending, but with the love of God as where it lands. No longer afraid is the testimony written by His hands. There is a freedom on the other side of fearing that the one still in the middle cannot see. With them no longer afraid is not the distant. It is available to everyone, including me. No longer afraid does not mean never trembling. It does not mean a heart has lost its weight. It means the traveling does not get to be the driver. A fear no longer sits beside the gate. Every year I spent inside the grip of anxious. Every season that the fear dictated terms has been redeemed inside the no longer afraid. The love of God undoing every worm. No longer afraid. The sax is singing what the soul has stored. No longer afraid is the most unexpected gift. I've been restored to the version of myself before the fearful settled in and made itself at home. No longer afraid is who I was before the fear, and now the known. I have sat inside this morning with the testimony of the one who found the fear had lost its grip. For the no longer afraid is not the destination only. It is every single daily trip. No longer afraid is where the fear not landed, where the anxious no more finally became true, where the shield of faith and perfect love together produce the brave because and brought it through. Let the saxophone declare the full arrival. Let it say the thing that 5 tracks built toward here. For the no longer afraid deserves the fullest expression of the grace that casts the fear This is where the whole faith over fear album arrives at what it always meant to say. The fear not was the word that's spoken at the table.